So I got a question here from what I think is a young lady. She's about to go into university, and she's got this situation where she thinks. A lot of us, I think, go through this. She just thinks a lot about different things that are probably not very resourceful. They upset her. And then she gets to the point where a panic attack is about to happen. And this has been happening, all throughout high school, and now she's going to college, and she's scared that she's going to embarrass herself, and she's going to make a fool of herself. People aren't going to like her, and justifiably, because she's a nut. She breaks down, and she feels like she's always on edge. How do you deal with this? It's almost like she knows she's doing it to herself. I'm thinking, like about bad things. And when I say bad, it's relative, but things that are not, you don't like, right? Or maybe there are things that you do like. But either way, the body becomes charged. And then you're just like a balloon ready to pop. And on that brink of being able to pop, wanting to pop, you sit right on that edge. You're on edge where you can pop, explode, or go back down into a place where you're a little less charged, but it doesn't take much to get it right back to where it was before, and you're sitting right on edge, right? And you call these panic attacks, anxiety attacks. Okay, number of things. I don't know if this video is before or after the one that I spoke about depression and I spoke about how human beings are dissipative structures. Essentially, we take in and we discharge. We charge, we discharge. The most obvious example is we take in food and we take a shit. We take in food and we take a shit. So that's physical, so it's obvious, but it also happens mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Very important. Because if you, say for example, you see, and you're walking down the street and you see an old lady getting attacked by a mugger, right? You see this, it's mental. I see something, and you quickly charge up, right? Your body, you do this with your hands, your shoulders go up, or you stop breathing because you're like, oh my God, someone's being attacked. At that point, you can either discharge that energy, hey, help, and you run over and you try to help the old lady, or you pretend you don't see and you walk away. The first example, yelling, help, and you go and try to help the lady, is being charged and then discharging. Wah! Holding it in is, you're depressing the energy in your body. What you're calling anxiety is a form of depression. You're holding in that charge instead of releasing the charge. We're dissipative structures, we're open systems, we flow. Human beings aren't a closed structure in our environment. We dance with our environment. We take in our environment and we take it out. One of the things that are actually things in many ways because of the way it affects us physiologically are thoughts. You don't need to do much more than close your eyes and think about a beautiful woman, and the next thing you know, you got a boner, right? Do it to yourself. You guys that FAP, that's the new word for masturbation, right? How many times do you do that? You think, and you're like, and you could see her luscious body, and she's coming towards you and caressing. It's all happening in your fucking head. You know what happens? You're charging up. What do you gotta go do? You go jerk off. So we also do it mentally to ourselves. You are doing it in a way that I don't know what type of charge you're giving yourself. It could be a sexual charge, which is very difficult sometimes to release. If you don't have a sexual partner or you don't masturbate, whatever the case may be, maybe this anxiety is happening because you lack sexual fulfillment in your life. I'm just using that as an example. Maybe you're doing it because quite frankly, most of us I myself, enjoy feeling charged up. So you think about things that cause you pain and frustration, like I don't have enough money. I'm not gonna pay my credit card bills. I'm not gonna be able to pay my rent. They're thoughts, just like seeing the naked lady are thoughts that cause your dick to get hard. These are thoughts that are causing your body to charge up, so you get to the point where if it was sexual, you would have had an orgasm. But it's not. It might be anger, it might be frustration, it might be sadness, it might be my mom does this. My mom watches my videos. She knows I'm talking about her. She likes watching sad shit on TV. like sad movies. I'm like, Mom, why do you watch this shit? Sometimes, when I was a kid, I'd see that. Like she watches these things that she's like gripping herself. She's watching the movie and she's like, oh. And I'm like, Mom, stop doing that to yourself. You're making yourself crazy because you're charging yourself up. Where are you going to go and discharge it? We're an open, dissipative system. We have to discharge. We have to fucking discharge. And guess what? You're lucky enough to watch Elliot Hulse, who's crazy enough to fucking discharge on camera for you several times already. You need to go and have a bout of bioenergetic release. You are on, that balloon is about to pop, and it'll keep doing this. Every time you charge a little bit and go down. Charge a little bit, okay, so relax, breathe, forget about it, go to sleep, right? Have a drink. That's an easy one. Just get drunk. Smoke a joint. Brings you down. But you're not too far from that surface. You start doing it again to yourself. You get all charged up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a breakdown. Have a fucking breakdown. You need to have a goddamn breakdown, just like you need to have an orgasm when you're sexually charged, right? You know, for lack of better terms, it's an orgasm. You have to have physical release because of the mental stimulation. You're charging yourself up and you're not giving yourself an opportunity to discharge. There are very many easy ways to do this. Easy or simple, but not easy because most people aren't willing to. But you gotta go into your bedroom, or you gotta go somewhere where there's nobody that can hear you, and you need to fucking scream. Ah! Ah! Let the energy carry you and express what needs to be expressed. If you need to say fuck you, if you need to say get off my back, make the movement associated with it. Get off my back, get off my back. Go with it, exhaust yourself completely. Exhaust your body, exhaust your mind. You should be sweating and breathing like you just had the hardest fucking workout in your life. Get it all out of your system. It might be as simple as you just need to fucking cry. Then you know what? Create a situation. I've made videos about this. Create a situation where you evoke the tears. One of the things that I do that gets me whining a little bit, sometimes I just need to whine. I need to like cry. Like I don't totally sob that much anymore because I'm not on the surface as much as I used to be. It's more like just releasing something that's building up on me, and it usually sounds like for me, I don't really sob too much any longer. But I massage my feet. I have this thing that hurts my fucking feet. I put it down on the ground and I roll my feet because I know that it's releasing physical tension associated with holding back in certain ways. And as it hurts, I make the sounds associated with the pain. So I energetically release the pain associated with the physical stimulation, but also it gives me a emotional reprieve. I also do it on my stomach. I have a little basketball. I did it earlier today, that I'll lay on it, and there's a lot of muscular tension in the belly, right? And I'll let all the sounds out. You probably have a lot of it trapped in your jaw, and this is just my assumption because of the type of email you wrote me. You probably have a lot of it trapped in your jaw. You probably have a lot of it trapped in your neck and shoulders. One of the ways that you can release a lot of that energy is by pressing really hard on your jaw muscles, opening your mouth and letting out a scream. I get some of it there. I'm not as angry as I used to be, so it's not as much. But you're gonna feel the tension release. You're gonna feel it build up, you're gonna feel it explode out your fucking eyeballs when you do this. So that's it, you guys, these panic attacks are there as all the things that we're experiencing, all of our depression, all of our anxiety, all of our panic attacks are not wrong. The problem is we keep resisting them, right? Now, many people get confused when Elliot says you need to go and express yourself. They think that I mean like, I've got a boner, that means I'm gonna go rape someone. Oh, I'm angry, so I'm gonna go kill someone. What you don't understand is that there's a grounded form of that expression, which means go and beat up a punching bag. Means take a tennis racket and beat the crap out of your bed. Means go somewhere where you can scream as loud as you want. There's no wrong emotion. The only wrongness is in the depression of the emotion, in the resistance of the emotion. That's where it festers and becomes a cancer. That's when it becomes bad, because repressed anger becomes fury, and then you snap out, you snap at people. And that's when like road rage happens. You don't want to fucking have road rage. Go and beat the shit out of your pillow. Go and beat the shit out of your bed. Don't wait till you're so depressed that you need to go to a hospital. Get the shit out of your system. What are you holding back? There's usually two things. What are you not doing that you need to do? What do you need to get out? A lot of times it's as simple as speaking to someone. You know, this has been on my chest for a long time. Go and fucking tell that person. Even if it's somebody that you're angry with. If there's a person that you have a beef with, you can create depression for yourself by holding back that beef. The most interesting thing is that if you share that beef with the other person in a very mature way, get it off your chest, a lot of times you both look at each other at the end and just fucking laugh about it. You go to your dad or your mom or your brother or your sister, your friend, and you say, listen, I have to get this off my chest, right? Don't take it personally, but this is something that's happening in me. I need to say it to you. I can't stand you. You annoy the shit out of me. Every time I see you coming, I just want to run the other way. Get it all out, all out. You know what you're gonna feel like? You just had an orgasm. If you prepared that person for what you are about to do to them, right, which is to vomit all over them, and they're mature enough to handle it, they will look at you and they'll say, oh, it's interesting, I didn't know you felt that way. And you look up because now it's all off your chest. You no longer have pent up fury and anger. It's been spit out all over the place and you won't feel it anymore. And you look at that person and you laugh and you're like, but you know what? I really love you. And then you fucking hug. Usually the best sex happens after the biggest fight, doesn't it? You gotta get this shit out. That's one of my biggest invitations to everybody who watches my videos. Do not depress yourself. Get the emotions out in a resourceful, grounded fashion. I don't say be hysterical about your behavior. Be ego grounded, but let yourself do it. You have to do it. Otherwise, you end up on fucking pills. I'm done.